proud of him. Because we all thought the Klinsmann would be sneaked in at the last minute, and that was all a con. But we've got a clip of him here at the game, and you can see that he was in a terrible state, to be fair. You see him, he's up in the stand, there he is.
You can stop it there.
Now look at that, Pablo Picasso took that photo of
I mean, it's a terrible injury. Look, his ear has moved halfway up his head.
And his right hand has shrunk. Look at that.
And his injury's so bad, it's affected the bloke next to him. His head has expanded. Terrible.
So, you did have a few knee injuries in your time, Andy. To be fair, because you was a bloke, they always used to say about you, you got in there where it was dangerous and stuff. Scotland. And there's a very famous photo, which I'm sure you've seen many times, and it was you had a cartilage removed.
Oh no, I don't believe this is coming up.
Yeah,
you've had it.
Andy thought it'd be a nice idea for the family album to have his photo took with the cartilage.
Yeah, it's a lovely thing.
After being taken out. Oh yeah, but you say that, but the brilliant thing about this photo is that the ragged, rubbery cartilage in a little bottle is not the most disgusting thing in the photo.
I can't.
There's Andy. Look at the spot there. Look at that. I could have come out of that spot. There.
I don't know, is it a cartilage or is it just a defeated blob of Topex?
That's a beauty, that, Andy.
God, I would like to be the photographer of this, because that's ready to blow. I'll tell you that. It'd be like, just have to scratch your chin and...
30 seconds later it did.
Did it?
Did it really? And have you got that photo?
No.
You got a photo with it in a tin
Oh,
of
dear.
Marvellous.
Oh,
what do you think of the refereeing in this tournament?
God, blimey. I just think a tournament that everyone wants to see the best players in the world playing in every game. And referees, because of mood swings. Yeah. Because of mood swings, bandy red and yellow cards about like nothing. I mean, Andy Moller's going to miss the final.
That's a shame,
I mean, did you see that last night? Yeah, it's for him.
Now that has set me up.
Sorry, I can't. I don't know if I can take it anymore. The thing about lots of red and yellow cards, though, it does encourage play acting. There's been a lot of play acting in this tournament, I think. Massive overreacting to tiny little knocks. And sometimes in these cases, you've just got to blame the referee, I think.
Get out of it!
Look at him, out cold.
Book him.
Yeah, he should be.
That was an Italian game, wasn't it?
But they, the Italian commentators, do they do all this goal and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Because I thought for years that on the front of Gazzetta, it went
go
Lazio.
Yes, a lot of people do. The really confusing thing, actually, is what they say is go Lazio, which is why it's surprising that at the start of our titles it's written out as go Lazio, which is a completely different word. I'm glad I pointed that out.
Well, what really? What's golazzo?
Golazzo means, good lord, what an extraordinary goal. Yeah. Whereas golaccio, any word that you add accio on the end, means what a terrible example of. So, what a terrible goal.
Like Frank Lacho.
Frank Lacho.
Would be a terrible example of Frank.
Bitter Lacho.
For Bob Latchford? Close. Nearly there. Close. Now, there have been complaints that English commentators are biased against opposing teams, but, you know, German commentators are pretty bad as well. Listen to this.
Hamburg is playing Santos from Brazil.
Oh, fuck on.
That's a terrible thing to say about Santos.
Oh, dear.
Pele and everything. Terrible.
He was no good, Pele.
Oh, it's your worst nightmare, isn't it?
Yes.
Live game.
Oh, you don't hear about my worst nightmare. Terrible. So, no, I can't possibly.
Okay.
It involves your pants.
Now, I think it's fair to say that you two are in some way pioneers in sports journalism, because football on Channel 4 was a bit of a new thing all round. James, we all thought football on Channel 4 would be introduced by people in black polo jumpers doing a bit of a play about it first, maybe. Bit of nudity and then onto the pitch, you know. But it's great, because
you tune in just for the game, do you?
Yeah. Actually, I don't watch the games. I always watch Gazzetta, which I think is a brilliant programme, but I don't watch the games because they're a bit dull.
Are they?
Yeah, I think Italian football's not all it's cracked up to be, really.
Oh dear, it's going to be a fight.
Oh dear. It's all gone wrong.
No, I mean...
Everyone's got the repeater. Dave's dad, who's in the audience tonight. Over there, look. That's Dave's dad, can you tell?
Does he have got
it?
wearing a Denmark shirt.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one we could get him. But actually he supports Swansea.
Yeah. As you probably guessed, he's been a hostage for about 12 years. In Swansea.
Yeah.
And you're always saying, aren't you, Colin, if I can call you that?
Leave my dad alone!
I just want, he's an Italian football fan, I just want to make James feel at home.
There are. I mean, some people find Shakespeare dull, so it's a matter of taste.
Yeah. That's 2 things I find dull. 3. Now, go, Colin. Now, you're always saying to me, Colin, Italian football's better than English football, am I right?
Yes.
There you go. I'm glad you came.
So am I. Coming back to you two being pioneers, what you've pioneered, Andy, is all that technology business, all that machine stuff. Haven't you?
Easy.
But we tried one. We had one of them, the telestrators, you know, these pens you can draw on. It's really hard just to draw the bloody rings. Is difficult. So how you do all your fancy coloured trails?
We've got you, Andy, doing some of those coloured trails.
Just watch this movement. We'll take the whole goal in. Graham Lasso playing the ball. We've got David Platt now. Now watch Platty. Now there he goes. Every Danish defender's been attracted to.
But the thing about those trails is that sometimes afterwards they don't completely disappear.
You're joking, don't they?
Hey, look, there they are. No, I think that's just messy.
Yeah. Spoilt the game for me.
And the latest thing you do actually is you put your own videos. That's a new invention this season. You put your own videos in the machine.
Now is that really what? That's not what we see. You turn around and say, "Well, just take a look at that, Richard."
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
Well, I can't. It can't be.
Come on, you work in television. What is
Remember,
it?
you turn around. Just a slight twinge on the knee.
Yeah.
Go around.
No, I've got a swivel chair.
You got
A swivel chair.
Swivel chair. Stop the knee creaking. Yeah.
I bet that swivel chair gets a cartilage problem before the end of the field. No, you're good on the old tapes. We can only think of one occasion, I think, when you actually made a mistake on there. This is it.
Chose a young lad, Ricky Shameka. George had great difficulty pronouncing his name yesterday as well. But they chose him to go man for man. Now, you remember, this is in the opening minute of the match. And we have done
goodness.
Thank God we cut that off just in time.
Oh, I'd like to see you ring that anyway.
Oh dear.
Remember when Sky first started doing football? And they used to have the Sky Strikers. Do you remember those like, dancing girls used to come on before? And then they used to end with fireworks and music. I remember watching Manchester City versus Sheffield United 0-0. The worst game I've ever seen. And at the end of it, they played Land of Hope and Glory and had fireworks going on.
It is true though, because on Italian football generally they will say if it's a bad game, but I have to say Sky are not likely to tell you it's a bad game if it's 0-0.
I would disagree with that too.
Would you disagree with that?
Yeah, definitely. I would never say a game is good when it's crap.
I don't think you would actually, and that is true. But I think you often come back to Richard Keys and it's been 0-0 and you go, phew, hey. That was exciting, and it's simply not good, is it?
He might do. But I mean,
it's just once it went to Richard Keys at half-time and he said, you know, I don't think we'll bother with a second half. You'll put some cartoons on it.
James, we think of you as a great pro. We do, because we've noticed that whatever happens, it's good the way that you remain calm and professional, even if your guests are behaving very strangely.
True.
A quick comment from our two.
Now, what on earth was going on there? Didn't you think, why has George Graham got his arm round?
No, he was working Alan Smith, I think.
You don't think there was a brown envelope in Alan Smith's left-hand pocket? Oh!
Tricky, you know, we've slagged off Richard Keys, we've slagged off all their colleagues.
Yeah.
They don't come on here and slag off Statto.
You can if you like.
Yeah,
but...
come on. Do you watch the Italian football, Statto, and stuff? Sky?
Yeah, of course, yeah, like all the football, Italian football, very much so, yes, watch as much as I can.
Of course, you commentated on the Chinese football for Channel 4.
Yeah, that was a good experience, enjoyed doing that.
Well, for you, maybe.
We'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, for us, it's a nightmare.
So you mentioned Don Howe.
Yes.
What is it like working with Don Howe?
No,
Do you sometimes think I might buy a Trilby? Or what's it like? Because, of course, he's in the England setup and that.
Yes. No, we don't get him too much now because he's very busy with England. But no, you know, Don's very enthusiastic.
I like Don Howe. I think he's good. The great thing about Don Howe is his ability to read a game.
I just think they've just gone off the boil a little bit, Ravanelli and Vialli.
This is Ravanelli now, showing his strength. Does he have a finish? Ravanelli! Oh! Oh, picked that one out.
Well, to be honest, in this second half, they have. I just thought that the two front players had just lost their edge a little bit.
Oh,
How can you call that dull? I mean, that's
no,
fantastic.
Don provided the dictionary definition of the word floundering.